It is Friday, of course, Jamila, and every Friday we have the power rankings we're going to get into. So the show must go on. Without further ado, let's get into this week's TRL Power Rankings.
Yes.
Let's dive right in. At number 5, the Spice Girls. You ready to spice up your life?
Oh, I am trying to get a little spicy. I think that you're right about that.
Now, they were trending on Twitter all day Monday after announcing their new tour across the UK. Google searches, believe this, Spice Girls up 450%.
Whoa.
Just incredible. Now, Posh Spice, a.k.a. Victoria Beckham, not joining the girls on tour. Some people very upset about this, but Victoria, she wished them good luck in an Instagram post that got 1.2 million likes and counting. Incredible.
Wow. Victoria showed them some love on Instagram, so you know it's no bad beef. What I think the smart money move is that if Victoria says, you know what, I'm gonna make an appearance on the tour. I might not do the full tour with you guys, but I'm gonna pop out on the city, and I definitely think that she'll do that.
Yeah.
I would look forward to it.
All right, coming in at number 4 this week is Camila Cabello. She just dominated the EMAs over in Europe. Walked away the most decorated artist that night. 4 trophies. We're talking Best Song, Best Video, Best US Act, and then she doubled it all up, Best Artist overall. And it wasn't just, it weren't lightweight she was going up against.
Nope.
Cardi B she beat out.
Yes.
Ariana Grande, Imagine Dragons, and Post Malone were all up for that honor.
Wow.
And she took it home. Jamila, she has had such an amazing couple of years. I mean, even thinking back to the VMAs in August here in New York City, amazing. She left Fifth Harmony, though, December 2016. Are you shocked at all by how successful she's been?
I mean, Kev, I don't think anyone is shocked. Look, like you said, she left Fifth Harmony in 2016, and hey, from that point, it was all eyes on her. Last year, as we know, she had one of the biggest records out with Havana, and then she went ahead and dropped her debut album, Camila, which she received glowing reviews way more than she did when she was with Fifth Harmony. So I think it's a no-brainer that she's better as a solo artist. And to be honest, you literally just listed every single reason why she's better as a solo artist.
Well, you know, number 1 album, as you talked about, the Camila Cabello, self-titled, number 1 single, Havana.
Yes.
You listen to the lyrics on the song, He Took Me Back to East Atlanta.
Hey, I see what you...
Maybe she's talking about Adam Levine, because Adam Levine and Maroon 5 are headed to Atlanta. They come in at number 3. They're going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show next year. And they are reigning for a 7th consecutive week atop the Billboard Hot 100 with their single with Cardi B, Girls Like You. This is the longest time, imagine this, at number 1 by a group since their own 2012 hit, One More Night. I mean, that is quite the flex from Maroon 5, breaking their own chart records.
A throwback flex, because it's not like it happened last year, okay, with a 6-year span there, all right? And don't forget that Maroon 5 is this year's Super Bowl halftime show.
How do you feel about that?
Despite how some people feel. Now, you know how I feel. I definitely think that it should be something current. It should be something of the wave of the time, yet in my heart, I'm a Maroon 5 fan, so I definitely believe that they have hits. And I have to remember, the Super Bowl isn't just about me. There's millions of fans, and so I definitely think that the NFL will make their decision. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 2. It is BTS. Now, they became the first K-pop group to exceed 1 billion streams on Apple Music, which is pretty impressive. Now, they also performed with Charlie Puth at the 2018 MGAs in South Korea. Now, that performance already garnered 2.7 million views on YouTube, and their new single, Wasted on Me, debuted at number 89 on the Hot 100 and has already garnered 15 million views on YouTube.
Amazing.
So they are pretty much killing it. Now, Kevin, I know those are your boys, those are your guys, and you're one step closer to being a part of the group. But I have to ask, can we expect more English songs from this group?
Short answer, probably yes.
Okay.
I think the bigger thing to talk about, though, is that BTS just dropped, I mean, for instance, they just dropped 2 Japanese songs ahead of their Japanese leg of their Love Yourself World Tour. This is a group with their eye on the globe, and they're amazing at incorporating not just America, where they've had tremendous success, but really everywhere. I mean, they're on a world tour now, dominating here, dominating the UK. When you think about 40,000 plus seats sold at Citi Field up in Queens, where the Mets play, of course.
Yes.
Sold that out. Sold out Love Yourself US Tour. They've had 2 number 1 albums on the Billboard 200 this year, and of course that top 10 hit on the Hot 100. Super rare for anyone, a world artist like them, with Fake Love earlier this year. I think they're here, and I think they're here to stay.
I do too. Now, Kev, brace yourself. All right, listen, brace yourself at home, because it is that time to shine. We're about to get into our number 1 spot, and that belongs to none other than the artist with the high ponytail, and higher standards. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking
That's Miss
about.
Ariana Grande, who's had a hell of a week. Yes, it has been lit, and her new single, Thank You Next, hit #1 on Genius, YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify's US and global charts. Hey, and she's also announced that her upcoming album will also be titled Thank You Next. And hey, that could mean thank you and next, you know what I mean, next boyfriend, who knows. With all that being said, Kev, I gotta ask you, which of her accomplishments is most impressive?
There's really, I don't know if I can pick just one, so let's
Okay.
just run through them. We're talking
Let's
about
do
the
it.
Breathe In music video coming out this week. That's off of Sweetener, an entirely different album than Thank You Next. It dropped in
Yes.
August, #1 album on the Billboard 200. The work ethic we're seeing from Ariana is absolutely incredible. And then you think about how personal she's getting on Thank You Next. She is naming names. She's sort of alluded to hardships in the past, over the past 12 to 18 months on songs like No Tears Left to Cry. But
Yes.
she really is getting specific, and she's so confident and strong in the vulnerability she's showing. And then what I think is very impressive, looking forward to next week, that throne atop the Hot 100. I'm sorry, Adam, I'm looking at him. It's for the taking right now, and I think Ariana's gonna do it. This is aiming right
Look at her
now
face.
for a #1 debut atop the Billboard Hot 100 for Thank You Next. Just incredible from
She's
Ariana.
sitting pretty at #1, and it doesn't look like she plans on moving. All right, TRL fam, that is our total rankings for this week. Now, Kev, you know I gotta ask you, brother, who do you think got snubbed this week for our top 5 list?
It's a good question. I think I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction than I've been going. I've been talking
Okay.
about a well-known artist. My first pick a couple weeks ago, Travis Scott.
You were on point with that one.
Right? I'm not just saying. And then last week I talked about Buzztin, Justin Bieber with a new
Yes, the
hairdo.
beats.
How about a newcomer, an M-pop superstar, another world artist like BTS, Lay Zhang. Now I got to host his first ever US fan event in the US,
Okay.
actually right beneath us outside MTV Studios at the PlayStation Theater. Take a look at this scene. I mean, this is like pandemonium. I was trying to get home after the event. These poor cars on 44th Street, right here in Times Square, couldn't even get through. It
That
was
was for him.
gridlock.
I was over there at Carmine's, and it was crazy.
You couldn't get out of the restaurant.
Wow.
This is the power of Lay Zhang. He's got a great album out right now named Nama Nana. It's inspired by,
Nama
of all
Nana.
things,
I like
you'll like this, Hakuna Matata from Lion King.
Is it because my last name is Mustafa? You know what?
We gotta ask
But
Lay.
hey, I do love it. It means no worries, and he's definitely not worrying about anything right now.
All right, Jamila, I've got to return your serve. Who is
Yes.
your honorable mention this week?
All right, Kev, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, so my honorable mention this week goes to my boy, Lil Baby. Now, if you're not hip to him yet, he's had an outstanding year. This year, he got a chance to collaborate with Drake on a track called Yes Indeed. Currently, he's sitting at the #8 spot on the Billboard Top 100 with the song Drip Too Hard featuring Gunna. And hey, it's been announced that he is also going to take this stage for the Super Bowl pre-show alongside Ludacris, Lil Yachty, and Lil Jon. So, Lil Baby, we see ya.
All right, and don't forget, tune in next Friday to see if your favorite artist cracked these TRL Power Rankings.
And head over to TRL on our Instagram page and let us know who you think should have made the list. We really, really, really want to know.